such a great pleasure to have you, Sophia Mendiana. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
I am honored to have you right now. So can you please tell us who is Sophia Mendiana?
So I'm a 21-year-old entrepreneur. I own the brand Co-Lounge, founded 2 years back, 2020, December 13th. I'm a marketing student doing my third year at Boston City campus, the business college. Grew up here, came in South Africa when I was 10. I'm 21 now, so 11 years ago.
So where are you from exactly?
I'm Congolese, so I'm from Congo. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay, so how did you grow up? Where are you from? How was life when you're growing up?
I grew up in Congo, half of my childhood. I don't really have so many memories from that because I was young, but most of my childhood I spent it here in Johannesburg. I grew up in Yeoville. I'm still staying there.
How is Yeoville?
Oh, child. It's not that bad, but it's bad. The crime rate, yeah. You can't work with your phone like this.
Yeah,
There's no way. It's not that bad, but I feel like back then when I first came, it was okay. But like now, it's worse. Even coming here, requesting a cab to come here, they have like an issue with like coming to pick you up because of like the robbing,
and the
stealing of phones. The crime rate is so high. It's
but
very, very high.
You are surviving. And
Yes,
you're
I mean,
okay.
I grew up there, so it's like you know what to do and what not to do. It's like a thing now. You know not to go out with your phone and hold it, not to be on a phone call, like a public space stuff. So you know that. Yeah.
So what qualifications do you have?
I am a third year student,
Yes.
Boston City campus. I don't think I have anything else.
So, but like, how is it at Boston? Like,
It's okay. I mean, it's like mostly almost everything is online. Almost everything. So we have recorded lectures.
Oh, that's nice. So
Yes.
you don't have to worry about campus.
I don't. I go to campus.
Stress.
I go to campus once in a while. Once in a while, I have this. But like also, you have to have self-discipline because it's very. If you don't listen to your lectures when it comes to exams, your assignments, you're gonna have a hard time.
But you guys are online. You can just do it, the night before. How.
True. Actually, speaking of that, I was writing one of my exams yesterday. Yeah. But yeah,
And
I'm actually writing at home.
that is so nice. We
I
have
know.
to struggle with going on campus.
I know. So, but it's just time. But also, since we're writing at home, they're very strict also. But you know, Mus. You know.
But how is the marketing degree? How is it? Is it hard?
It's not that hard, but I feel like I take what I learned from school and implement it into my business, so it makes things a bit easier for me. With my textbooks, I read my assignments. Some assignments are like brand related assignments, so I can pick up from there because I have a brand. I know what to do, what not to do. Yeah.
So basically that means that you're an A student there.
I'm trying my best.
Practical.
I'm trying my best,
You're doing
honestly.
the
I'm
most,
trying
I
my
think.
best.
Alright, so how did you come up with the idea of having the core launch clothing line?
Interesting.
Was it COVID-19? Because I think a lot of people needed to be comfortable.
Yeah, so I have always wanted to have a brand ever since I was like in 10th grade.
Whoa.
But
Okay.
I had so many like names, ideas, but it was just not working. Finance. There's a lot of things that goes into like creating a brand and owning a brand and putting stuff out there. But like it just kickstarted 2020 when we hit COVID because I was doing my first year then.
Yeah.
So just sitting at home doing nothing. I have so much time in my hands. So I was like, okay, what can I do with my time and stuff like that? So I was talking to a friend of mine. By the time we were dating, but now we're just friends. So I was like, you know what? I really have this cool idea. I want to have a brand and stuff like that. And he's like, okay, fine. We just started throwing out names, just random night, just throwing our names around and then Co-Lounge just stood up for me. So it was at night late. So he went to sleep. So I was like, you know what? I can't let this go. I continued until I was like, okay, I created a page the same night.
Okay.
Created a page, posted about it, got a name, did the designs, the logo, same night, and I posted. Crazy. When I posted, I went to sleep. The next morning, woke up and like I was sleeping, and then he called me, he woke me up, he's like, wait, are you the one who created this? I'm like, yes, last night I just couldn't sleep, so I had to create something.
You already created the name?
The name, I had the logo, everything.
Just in one night?
I created and I posted about it because I also have like huge following on my personal page, so I posted about it and I went to sleep. And I woke up, I had like, I think we had like 200-300 followers already on the page. And I also happy because I'm like, okay, now this is serious. I'm just joking around with this, but it can become something, you know. So yeah, then officially, I think we were talking about, I think it was June, if I'm not mistaken, and then December, because COVID was starting to be a bit better. Like we had like restrictions were being lifted a bit. Then met up with somebody who does clothing, you know, just contact. Until reached out to somebody. They did everything for me. They made the clothes, the logo, and everything. But I kind of wanted to be involved. You know, I wanted to be the one to go get the material.
And just be busy.
Yes, I wanted to be involved. I didn't want somebody to do the things for me and give it to me and for me to sell. So I wanted to like be part of the brand.
Oh, so then you were just part of it.
Yeah, so now I was like, okay, I launched the brand December 13th, and then, you know, people were buying, it was going, and then I sold out.
Wait, when did you sold?
And then,
like from
so December, I think February, I think within like 2 months I sold out. And then when I sold out, it was end of December, and then most places were already closed down. So I was like, okay. And the guy was depending on to do the things for me. You know how people are.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I have to take this into my own hands. So looked for places where there's some material.
During COVID, how?
This was after. This was 2021.
Oh, okay.
I think March, April, the restrictions were a bit lifted. So now went sourced out material myself, found people that do the clothing, sewing and stuff like that. So, you know, I gave them my ideas. I gave them the things I have, and I was like, okay, this is what I want, how I want it, but I really want to be involved in this. So he showed me the material I needed to get for the things I needed. I went, I got material, learned about the sizing, the color, what goes into making sweatpants, hoodies, t-shirts, everything I had to learn from like scratch. So once I did that, and then, you know, he helped me. He also really, really helped me. So once I got that, he started sewing the clothes for me. I was there. I was watching how he was doing everything, instructing him, okay, this is how I want it, this is what I don't want. And from then,
you were just being a boss, babe.
I just really, really wanted to be involved, because I wanted, when people would ask me about my brand, I wanted to be able to say, this is the material I use, this is how the process goes. I really, really wanted to be involved in the brand.
But then you mentioned that you had the idea in grade 10. Like, how does
so you know, grade 10, you know, I was like, clothes, you know, like dressing, CVs. You know, I actually struggle. Every time in CVs, you don't know what to wear.
Exactly,
so I was like, gosh, I just want to be able to wear anything and make it look nice. So I came up with the name. Don't want to say it, but it's really, really bad. So I came up with the name, and then I just designed the logo, and just it was not
giving.
Yes, it was just an idea. Now you're just like, God, no. Then I just let it slide. I'm gonna continue this whenever I have time. It's just that it was not. I didn't have the support system I had when I the push, you know. So it's nice to have somebody who pushes you to just do good. Yeah, so I didn't have that. So it was just an idea, and I just let it slide. But like COVID, when COVID hit, you have so much time on your hands that you're like, you have to do something.
Because
you know,
staying at home, being bored.
You have to do. So I had to do something.
That is such a story, right?
Thank you.
Imagine just one day and already.
You know, when I posted, but like now, you know, once you do that, I had to wait for the clothes to come to me, the designs and everything, and how many items you wanna buy, finance, all that.
And how was that since? You were just starting, you know?
I had a job. I used to work part-time when I first started, so that, but like when COVID hit, I actually worked for my dad. When COVID had to close, but I still had savings, something.
That's good.
So I invested that, because I knew that once I do that, I'm going to have profit, it's going to come back. So I did, and here we are.
At least then.
Thank you.
At least then. I'm so shocked that it took February, 2 months. You were like,
so because I didn't really have like a lot of clothing. I think I can say I had like 25 to 50, if I'm not mistaken. I can't really say the number, but in between that, and then I had people to buy. But like one thing I learned from all this, having a brand, your friends are not going to be the ones to buy from you and support you. Actually, strangers, people that I don't. Because like when I first started the brand, when I was selling, it wasn't my friends who were buying. I had strangers, people that I don't know, never met, that were buying from me. So that already, it's like the people around you are not going to buy.
That's true.
They're gonna, some of them might post, but it's support from like a distance. They're not gonna contribute to the growth. But once you're big,
That's weird.
That's
And how
when-
did you feel like when?
I mean, I feel like it's a reality shock.
Oh,
It's like, okay, you know, they're like, congratulations, and that's it. It just stops there. Oh, I see your brand, that's nice. Okay. Support, zero.
Oh.
And from then you get to learn. You learn. It's like a lesson. So I learned, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's
So
how
no
we
hard
ride.
feelings.
No hard feelings, you know, it's okay. But if you have something, I'm going to support you because I know how it feels
It's not
to have a
too-
business and start something. So
That's
but
true. That's
it's
actually
like
true.
something
That's
you
how
have to
things
learn.
are. Yeah, you have
I had to learn that the hard way. By my
So, do you think having a market degree will be advantageous compared to other people maybe who have different degrees?
okay, for me, it's an advantage for me. But I don't know
Why?
about-
Why?
Because what I'm learning in my degree is helping me to implement it in my brand.
Yes.
So it's when with the marketing degree, you learn about brands, there's social media, everything. You learn all that, and mostly since I don't have a physical store yet, I
Yes.
get to implement what I'm learning and putting it into my brand. Well, for other people, people are different. Some people are just naturally creative and they can come up with things, they can do things. I'm also creative, but I feel like having a marketing degree, like learning about marketing, it's a push. There are things that I think I know, but once you read about it and theory, now you can take that and put it into practical, and it helps.
So,
honestly.
so like, can you give us an example where you actually placed what you learned and?
So I can probably say with social media.
Yes. Yes.
So it's like, what can I say now? I have a module, brand management.
Yeah.
It talks about social media, creating content and all that. So when we had like an assignment that we had to create content and evaluate how the advertising is going and how it's moving forward. So what I did is I took that, created a reel. That's the reel actually that blew up my brand. So my baby brother helps me create content. He's 13.
Wow.
So
Okay.
so now when I did the assignment, when it finished, I was like, no, I actually can implement this into my brand. So I created a reel. So I did that, took what I learned from the assignment and implemented. So the reel actually blew up, and it has
How many?
220,000 plays, about
Oh my
17 to 18,000 likes.
How did it blow?
It blew up overnight. Like it was just a sound that I saw, and then I was like, okay, cause when I was doing the assignment, sound, the place, everything in that assignment was just very helpful for me. That I was like, okay, you know what? Let me do this. So I used the right sound, the right hashtags.
Crazy.
I used so many tools on that reel. For me, I was like, okay, it's an experiment. Let me try it. It's an assignment that I did. Let me also try it. So once I tried it, it just,
And how did it feel?
you know, I was shocked
Just tiny
because most of my reels that time, which is 2,000 plays,
Like-
1.5, and now did the reels. I think we posted it also about time. I was studying my engagement and what time when you post this, what happens.
The
So
thing Instagram offers,
yes,
right?
so I did that, and then we posted the reel I think around 9. Because I realized at 9 everybody's chilling on their phone. You're not really doing much.
Yeah,
You're
that's
just
true.
chilling. It's late now. You probably have eaten already. Now you're just scrolling through social media. I posted that. Started out okay, like I was not expecting it to blow. 300 plays, 400 plays. Late, I went to sleep. I woke up to 5,000 plays on the reel. And I was like,
Okay, and
whoa,
this is-
whoa. And the more I keep refreshing, the more the numbers are going up. And I was like, oh my God, the comments. Because it was a post of waiting people to engage. So people were actually engaging.
And they were commenting how much?
Yeah, no, like they were commenting because like I posted a reel. It said that I needed content creators for my brand and models for my brand.
okay,
it was
yeah.
like a strategy to attract people.
And
You
then
see?
it did.
It did, and then people were commenting, were tagging, commenting, they were engaging, and I was like, wow. So, and you know, I left my phone. I was like, okay, I was panicking, I was screaming. The next morning, I woke up, it's going crazy. I'm like, oh my God, this is actually working. People are engaging. So now, I think a day after,
It's just
8,000,
unbelievable.
a day after 8,000 plays, and now it got to a point where it was slowing down. I was like, okay, as long as at 8,000,
It's okay.
that's what that matters. It's a lot. Then I think 4 or 5 days after, it just started shooting up again. People were watching the people were reposting, and yeah, now
And then how did that also help with your?
because
brand
people
or
were
business?
following.
Oh,
People
okay,
were following
okay,
because
okay,
it
okay,
said on the reel, the sound, it said that I'm looking for models and
Yeah.
ambassadors, if I'm not mistaken, promoters to promote my brand and receive something for free.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
at that
okay.
point, I know people, even me, if I had to say something like that.
I'm there.
So
I'm there already.
people were commenting, pick me, I'm here. People were like, I can create content, I can do this, I can do that. And a lot of people reached out. And it was just, people were following. And so now I took them, like, okay, this is big. I think I got to like 20,000 plays. And I was like, okay, this is big. I'm going to let this go on for as long as it can.
Okay.
People were following, and then I was like, okay, I need to make the most out of this engagement and these people following me and interacting with my brand.
Yeah, this is just amazing.
So what I did was, I'm like, okay, I can turn this into like a competition now.
Okay.
So
okay.
I decided to so I went through every comment. I think at that time I had like 9 to 10,000 comments. So I went
All
through
of them.
each comment to
Yes.
just. So if I see I like your name or your page or what, so I'm gonna click on it, and then I'm gonna see, okay, you have good engagement, your followers and good. So I think I picked about, if I'm not mistaken, 10 to 20 content creators.
From 10K comments.
Well,
Didn't it take time?
It did. So I took my time with it. I had to
that's
make sure that I take my time. I don't want to just pick. So I picked people that I felt like would be a good fit for the brand. So I did that, and then I created like a competition on my story. So what you do is, I'm gonna post you with a different content creator that you don't know.
Okay.
You get your followers to vote for you on my story.
Okay.
So
okay.
So if it just, this is for me just to see how good your engagement is.
That is actually smart.
So
That's smart.
I
That's
did
smart,
that,
that's
and
smart.
then I think it went on. I think for 3 days.
And how was the
It was good. It was good because if I put you and a different content creator, if your votes are probably like 60% and hers is 40%, you get to win, because that means your followers are listening to you. They listen to you, so they will come and vote for you. So that happened, and you were following. You will get to see the brand with that, because you get now to push your followers to come to the page and vote for you. They get to see, they get to like, they get to follow, they get to interact, get orders. In fact, that was the time that I got massive orders. That was the time that I can see.
And
wow.
how did you manage?
It was the pressure, because now I have to manage social media.
And also it's school.
School time, because I had a certain time I would post, time, my phone blowing up, school assignments are piling up.
How did you manage?
I also was working at that time, so
my
now I had
goodness,
to
it's
work.
too
So
much
now it was just but I managed to find a balance in between that. Yeah, so I know. So I knew, okay, this time, this is when I'm gonna post. So when I woke up, the first thing I did was post. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna leave it, because it's 24 hours. Then the only thing I have to do now, get orders. If you pay, pack your order, do this, go drop it off. Because I use the courier I use Pexi for my orders, most of my IMX also. So pack orders. I usually ask for 2 days to pack the orders, and yes, it depends on the Because
also you did one time.
One time.
Oh, okay.
So I did that, and then go to work. So I'd make sure I do everything early in the morning or the night before, so that I have time to go to work. Also come back from work, pack orders early in the morning, drop them off. So that's how I managed.
That is just quite a story right there.
I know.
Just overnight.
So that reel just really, really, really boosted the whole page. I think I had about, I can say 2,000 followers. But no, that was probably before the reel.
Okay.
So I can say I gained about 7,000 followers for. No, 5,000. So now I have 5,000 followers from the reel. I always cherish that reel. It's like every time I see that reel, I always smile, because I'm like,
this is where
I remember. So like, yeah.
That is amazing. amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is just amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm actually taking down notes because
Yeah.
I need my reels to blow up also,
Yeah, so it's
you
all
know.
about your hashtags, you know, the sound you use, especially trending sounds are very, very important.
Yeah.
If a sound is trending and a lot of people are,
Looking at
yes,
it.
they are posting and doing, so you just take that, your hashtags.
But then I did that, especially with the Into the City
Yeah.
Instagram, right?
Yeah.
I actually took the trending sound that was happening and I posted. I did the hashtag,
Yeah.
like, made my video to be short, everything, and I'm like,
But
oh,
I
it's
also
really
I also
cool.
don't think it's about
Is it the
making your
time?
video short. It's just you can also have a long reel,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it can also blow. It's just also your engagement. If have people that are like reposting for you, like your followers, you need to have a certain number of followers. I also know small accounts that actually have a lot of plays on their reels. It's just the timing you post,
All the time.
you know, like your engagement with your followers matters too, because there are just people that are going to look at your reel, they just skip it fast because, you know.
Exactly.
But it's also the sound is also plays an important role in the reel.
Okay.
For me, for my brand at least, I can say that the sound, the timing you post. Sometimes there are reels that don't blow. I have reels that are like 2,000 plays, and it's like it makes me sad because I feel like, you know what I've noticed, I feel like the reel that I spend the most time making
It's the
don't
one.
blow, but the ones that I'm like, okay, you know what, I need to post something this week because I haven't posted that one. I remember there's a reel that I did recently. It has, I think, 13 to 14,000 plays.
Yes.
That reel, I was just like, okay, I need to, because I was doing this thing of post a content, like a picture, post the reel. So with this one, I was like, let me just post it. So I did that, and then I was like, I let it be, you know. And then I came back, I'm like, okay, it's really doing better than the one that I took time on creating and shooting and making sure everything is in line. And I'm like, how? Why are these people doing this to me? Like, oh God.
So
but
basically,
like,
that's a trick. I'm gonna take
yeah,
that. I'm
so
writing that down. I
it
need
works.
that.
It actually works. And reels actually, I feel like reels now, right now, like 2022, it's like it has an impact than pictures do. Reels now are just when you post the reel, people get to see it faster than they get to see your picture, you know, because it's a video and it has sounds, and people are gonna want to see what is it about.
Happening.
Yes.
So can you please tell us, how does it feel being female clothing line entrepreneur? Yeah.
It's actually good.
Okay.
It's very good. It's, you know, it makes me happy that like I'm a female and I have like this business that's doing well. But also the pressure. It's a lot of pressure because
What type of pressure do you
it's especially with orders and with sending out orders, and because like people have expectations, especially if a small business, people have expectations. Your packaging, the quality of the clothing, the time it comes, it's a lot. And customers can also be a lot to deal with. Customers can be a lot to deal with, especially if the order is late. Now it's like, okay, they put pressure on you. Yes, I understand that, but also delivery company is taking time with the order, and now you have to be professional about it. I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry. This is what I can do.
But don't you get annoyed?
It's very annoying. It's very frustrating, but also I can't take up my anger on the customer because they're frustrated. I'm frustrated. Now the only person that can take up my anger on is the delivery company. But it's a lot. I remember there's a time that I got a lot of orders on like the hoodies and the sweatpants.
Yeah.
So it's sold out. But I was still selling it. But it's sold out. So
How?
now it's like I knew it's sold out, but like it's just like people were just buying and buying and buying. So I'm like, oh my God, I cannot now. If I tell you that it's sold out, it's usually my customers. What I know is they want a specific thing. Like if they want a brown sweatpants and hoodie, that's what they want. They're not gonna opt for like a white or grey or a different color. They're not gonna do that. So what I did is I put pressure on my designers that do the clothing for me. I put pressure on them to like, okay guys, this is the orders I have. So now I had to implement this thing of you can pre-order.
Okay.
If something is sold out, I tell you already, okay, this is sold out, but don't worry, you can get your order in 7 to 14 days.
Okay.
So your order is gonna automatically go down to like a pre-order thing. So once you pay full amount,
Okay.
you wait 7 to 14 days for your order.
Oh, so that gives you time.
That gives me time. So
Oh.
usually my orders take 2 weeks to be made from the time So what I do is I order in bulk.
Oh.
So I buy material in bulk for them to make it. So I already know if, let's say, I went to the warehouse yesterday and placed my order and they're working on it, I'll tell you straight up 7 to 14 days.
And then they have to understand.
They have to understand. It's up to you. I don't put pressure on my customers to buy. So if I tell you 7 to 14 days, I will tell you exactly the details, the time, when you're going to get it. It's your decision to say, okay, yes, I accept, I'm going to do the pre-order. And you wait. Then 12, 13 days, I get to send out your order for you and I'll tell you the order. But now I have a website, so it's easier for me to just to balance when the orders come in, it's easier. Then for me to respond, I used to get frustrated because you do something and then ding, 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 ding. Yes, it's a good thing, but it's like, okay, now I have to respond. And once I hold my phone onto my hand, that's it. Whatever I'm doing, like I'm not. It's not. Yes, like my focus is just on my phone. I have to answer to clients. I have to. Okay, everything pause, my clients.
And you're doing this by yourself?
By myself.
Isn't it a lot of pressure?
It is, but like I feel like I haven't found somebody that I can depend on like that. I'm very specific on the things that I want.
Yeah, so you need to get
so it's like if I feel like you're not doing what I want you and expect you to do, I just feel like no. Like, okay, I mean if you're doing something and I think I'm just like, okay, you know what, it's fine, I'll do it myself. I'm going to do it in my pack, I'm going to do everything by myself. Because I don't have a physical store, it's very hard for me to work with somebody because that means they have to come to my house, my personal space.
Oh, well, you're the type like, it's
yes,
my space.
Yes, I want to just do everything by myself. I'm going to manage, I'm going to take time, yes, and I'm going to manage. I feel like once I have like a store, a physical store, I can maybe get somebody, but I'll probably have to handpick the person.
But you're already so busy. Shouldn't you at least get a PA at least?
Yes, I want to try. I actually had a PA before.
Yeah.
When I first started the brand, I had an assistant, but things don't always go according to how you want them to go. So we just had like a fallout. But like I feel like once I feel like I really, really need somebody, I'm gonna get somebody. But as of right now, I'm doing fine. The pressure is not as much. I feel like I get very, very busy. Winter.
Oh, okay.
The hoodies and the sweatpants, everybody wants one. And I feel like black and brown, black, my number one selling color.
Especially in winter.
Everybody is
isn't the pressure getting worse there?
But like I feel like once I already done schoolwork, I do my assignments. One thing about doing my assignments very early.
Oh, that's smart.
So I do that early so that I already know when it comes to winter, I know I have to order in bulk. I need to get all my sets, all my sizes ready because I know it's going down.
And it's like that every winter.
It's like that every winter. It's like that every summer. Yes, I do get orders, but there's not as much compared to winter. Yeah, I feel like since when I started the brand, the originality of it was being comfy.
Yes.
So my sweatpants and my hoodies are very comfortable and they're very warm. So a lot of people buy that. And summer stuff, hot girl summer outfits, all that. Yeah, it sells out, but
not as good
as
because
winter.
Winter
It's cold and everybody. So now that I have puffer jackets, puffer jackets. Yeah, that's also selling out, but still, people just want hoodies and sweatpants. That's just what they want.
And I wanted to ask, why are you like so much into the comfiness?
I feel like once you wear something comfortable, you yourself, you're also going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like sweatpants, you can wear it anywhere. I don't think there's a place that you cannot wear sweatpants and hoodies. Airport, you can wear that. Lunch with your friends.
And it will look
nice. Anyway, you can
nice.
style your sweatpants how you want it. You can. I even have sweaters now, it's like you can style it. Anywhere you want to go, you can go with that. It's not like I think that.
Like seasonal.
Yeah, it's not, because sweatpants, summer, winter, spring, autumn, you can wear that, Especially now in Joburg, it's cold.
Yes,
even right now in spring, it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
And people still want to wear something that you're comfy with and run your errands with, go out with. I like comfortable stuff. I feel like it's very
Because I
comfortable.
think that it's so unique because most of the clothes and fashion designers, it's exposing, being tight, but your brand is like, be comfortable and all that.
Yeah, I like being comfortable.
And the thing is that I saw on your one of your ranges is the Netflix and chill, which I find so unique right there.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, why did you make that category?
I feel like once you Netflix and chill, you don't want to wear something that's tight. Like you don't want to wear jeans. You want to wear like your shorts and like just your hoodie, something comfortable, something that any position you sit on, you're comfortable. You know. So I feel like comfortability still. That's like my goal, being comfortable.
And then that's
it. Just comfortable.
Because it's like, wow, it's amazing. I think it's
just comfortable.
Netflix and chill, like it's even nice.
Yeah, because you get to wear your shorts and your hoodie, and you know you have your popcorn. You just sit and chill. If you're with your boyfriend, you guys are cuddling. Your legs are out. You're comfortable with your short. You're with your hoodie. He can put his hand inside your hoodie. You know you're comfortable. It's just.
And there's no need to be like all insecure and all
nothing. Because you know once you wear your hoodie, you're comfortable. Even if whatever you're wearing, and it's fine. You're comfortable. It's all about being comfortable.
So do you think that what do you think about body insecurity and like what does your brand
with my sweatpants and hoodies, they're very stretchy.
Oh, okay.
They're very stretchy and comfortable. They're stretchy. So once you wear it, like you're gonna feel good. You don't have to worry about okay, my stomach showing, is it too tight? It's like even with a size small, it's not small. It's small where when you wear it, you know, everything that you want to be covered will be covered.
Oh,
yes.
No, that is actually wow. That is wow right there. Okay, among your range of clothing, which one is your most favorite and your go-to outfit if not your daily outfit?
Sweatpants.
Why?
Sweatpants and t-shirts. Because I also have a t-shirt. I have t-shirt. Okay. So most of the time, you're always gonna see me wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt. If not, you see me wearing sweatpants and hoodies.
That's it.
That's like I feel like I'm comfortable in that. I'm comfortable. I like wearing dresses, but special occasions. I like wearing other things, but different occasions. But most of the time,
on your daily.
Yes, if I'm going to the mall, hoodies, sweatpants. If I'm
and
going
it's a
to
marketing,
you know, yes, because it gets to attract people. Because I've walked and a lot of people will come to me and be like, oh my gosh, I like this color, I like this, and it's like, oh, okay, I have my card right here you go, you can follow me, check the page out and stuff like that.
And then just like that, that's actually a nice marketing.
It's easier like that. It's easy. It's very, very easy.
And then all right, so what keeps you going? Like what keeps you motivated and focused?
The potential in my brand.
Okay.
The heights that I could reach with it, you know. I actually want to be international.
Ooh.
I want my brand to be out there. I actually want my brand to be in different stores, but my own store that I will have.
Okay.
So I'm actually working on collaborating with like other brands, having a fashion show. You know, I want my brand to be big. You know, I see the potential it has to grow and reach new heights. So that keeps me going. I feel like I can't stop now. I'm already too far in the game for me to stop.
To be like, okay, I
can't. You know, there are times where I take breaks. There's some where I disappear because sometimes I feel like I need the break for my mental health. You know, there's a time that I disappeared for just a while because I feel like I was working on new stuff. But when I do that, I feel like I want to just do me. Because especially after winter, I know that I was so busy with orders, sending out orders.
Don't you get tired?
I do get tired, but also it's just sometimes you have to do what you have to do. You have to just do what you have to do.
But doesn't your body, because now you said you took a break.
Yeah, I took a break. I feel like, sometimes, you know, your body gets to a point where it's like, okay, you know what, chill, relax. Yes, so I think 2 months off social media. I was on my personal page, but with the brand, I just took time out. So I was just sourcing out ambassadors. I was just working on new designs. Nothing crazy. I was not taking orders. Not doing that. I was just focusing on other stuff that I needed to do. You know, I also have a life outside, you know, the brand. You know, I have stuff, relationships, stuff that I also have to like meet my attention. Balance. Yeah, so I just need that balance in between that.
So what are you doing during that break? Like besides
working on the new design right here.
Oh, that's actually a nice design.
Thank you so much. I like sourcing out ambassadors because I feel like with ambassadors I have to handpick them myself. There's a lot that goes into that contract. There's just a lot. So I had to like, also when you find ambassadors, it's very hard because now you have to look at the followers, the engagement, the likes, what they're about and all that. So I really take my time to look into that. So when I take a break, I just I still do work creative stuff, but like now, like an easy level type of thing. I don't really put pressure on myself to send out orders, take orders, pack orders, So I just take time.
So do you have like a mantra, like affirmation or a quote that's like, okay, when days are dark, you're like, okay, Sophia, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. What's your quote?
I feel like I always tell myself that I always remember where I started. It's like I always tell myself, see where you started and see where you are now. There's a difference. I still have pictures of my brand, like the screenshot of when I reached 500 followers, when I reached 1,000. And I just couldn't keep track of when it was growing so much, but it's just like I feel good. I actually feel good when I look at that. I'm like, oh wow, this is where you started. And now this is I feel like I have pictures of my goals and how the height I want to achieve. I have a picture of a screenshot actually. I printed it out of when the brand only had like 500 followers. And that was like, when I look at that every morning, I'm like to myself, yes,
there's potential.
This is like I like go from 500 to 5,000. That's a huge difference, So I know the heights that the brand can reach. So I can't stop now. I just have to keep.
You have to keep going now, especially with your brand. Like it's got so much potential.
Thank you.
Like you said, there's so much potential, and it's gonna go to greater heights.
Thank you.
What is your biggest failure, and how did you overcome it?
My biggest failure. Interesting. That's an interesting question. My biggest the brand.
Yes, the brand. Personal.
My biggest failure in the brand. I don't necessarily think it has failed in any way, but I feel like, especially on social media, there are times where it stops growing. It reaches a pause. Usually I always, I can always see that, like, having a lot of followers does not necessarily generate income into the brand. Just because I have 7,000 followers doesn't mean I get 7,000 orders every day. Sometimes there are days where I don't get orders. In the business world, that's very normal to not get orders. There are times where I can go a week without getting orders. I stress a lot about it, and I'm like, okay, what must I do? Do I create more content? Like, what to do? But like I'm just like, okay, chill. It's okay to not get orders every day, and there'll come a week where full week I'm just getting orders. There'll come a week where 1 week no orders. So I just like now it's like a normal thing. I'm like, okay, chill, relax, just you're gonna get orders. Take your time. So I feel like the more I create content, the more people see what I'm doing, what the brand is about, the reels, the pictures. When I have photo shoots and stuff like that, that attract customers to the brand. So it's like sometimes I feel like I'm failing because I'm not getting orders, but I'm also like, no, it's normal. When you have a business, you don't always there's not always business, there's like it shoots up, sometimes it goes straight to 0, sometimes it goes straight to 100. So it's like you learn to like, okay, it's normal, it's a normal thing, don't stress about it. I remember when I first started the brand and the time where I didn't get orders, I was stressing about it. I was like, okay, what's happening? What am I not doing right? It's like, is there anything that I can do? But like you get to see, okay, no, this is a normal thing. It happens, especially because my parents also have businesses, and I get to see, because I work for my dad, I get to manage the accounting of the stores. So sometimes I get to see that, there's no income this week, and it's normal. It's not cool. People don't always have money to buy, It's like I have to be realistic. People don't have money to buy, and also that also comes when I have to work on my pricing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, my pricing. I have to make sure, because my target market are people my age. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
that's
25. Yes, because students also. Because you get to realize, okay, it's the middle of the month, people don't have money.
Yes, and plus month end.
Exactly, month end, that's when people have money. So now you get to see, okay, also with the pricing, you get to price things a reasonable pricing that I feel like when I price my things, I feel like, okay, this I can buy at this price. And sometimes when I price, I'm like, no, this is ridiculous. Even I wouldn't want to price this at this price. So
even your prices are affordable.
I work on the pricing, and I'm like, okay, this is good price. This is if I had money, I'd buy this. I also get to ask the people around me, you know, okay, how would you be able to buy this at this price, and they give me their opinion, and you know, I have friends that actually really help me out.
At least you got a support
system. Yes, because I'm alone, because I really need that. I really need that. Yeah.
So how do you overcome with competition? Because you know the fashion industry.
Ooh, child, there is a lot of competition. So how I make my brand stand out, basically my pricing.
Yes.
I get to see other people's price, because if you know, it's a very competitive industry. So I get to see the other brands on the gram, their pricing range, and I'm like, okay, I'm also selling this, but theirs is 1,000, mine is like 650.
So
you know, I'm like, there's no competition here. There's nothing to compete here. You know, that's like what you're selling is the same thing I'm selling, but I'm selling it affordable for the people to buy. It also gives me, you know, like a good reputation out there, because people get to see, okay, once I buy, okay, because I have a lot of people that have bought from other brands and bought from me. It's like, oh, but you guys are saying the same thing. How come yours is this? I'm like, I know my target market and what they can afford. I know their pockets. I know, because I'm also a student, you know. I put myself in their place and like, okay, would I want to buy this for 1,000? Would I want to buy this for less than that? Because I feel like when people hear, like when you go on a website and you see 1,000, like, 1,000. But once you see something less than that, you're like, okay, no, this I can afford.
And your prices are affordable, like nobody's business.
You know, so like, I put myself in a student situation, because I'm also a student. So once I put myself in your place, I'm like, okay, this I can buy, but this I cannot buy, and I'm not buying it, and I don't want to buy it.
And then that's how you basically.
That's how I look at it. So when it comes to competition, there is competition that I know, but it's also how I'm working around it, and I'm not letting it affect me like that, because I know my prices and I know it can beat that.
And plus, don't forget, your clothes are comfortable. Like
very comfortable, very, very comfortable.
That is your strategy.
That's my strategy. You know, everybody wants to be comfortable. I don't think there's somebody who wants to walk around being comfortable. Like, once you wear sweatpants and hoodies, your shorts and hoodies, your t-shirt, you're comfortable. You're very, very comfortable. Very any occasion.
Alright, so on the blog called Hey Boo, which seeks to inspire women, you said if you had to choose one person, dead or alive, as your inspiration, it would be Mihlali Ndabasi. Why is Mihlali your inspiration?
She's very outgoing and she's young.
Oh, yeah.
She's also an entrepreneur. She has her own brand, makeup. She has her own app that helps entrepreneurs grow. I feel like she's very inspiring. You know, she inspires me a lot to go. You know, there are days where you feel like, I'm so tired, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, you know, but once you see her, you know, go and just push, like a whole app, she created a whole app to help entrepreneurs with their makeup skills, hairstylists. That way just pushes you to be like, you know what, if she can do it, why can't I? I can also push and do something like that.
Well, I actually thought you liked her because the lifestyle, soft girl life.
I know, right? But it's more of like what she does. I feel like there's certain things that she does. You're like, you question that, but most of the time, I look at her entrepreneurship and what she's accomplished.
And plus that app also.
You know, I look at her entrepreneurship and what she's accomplished, and I am inspired to do that. Even more than that. You see, it just pushes me.
And wow, okay, I'm gonna just switch out of here, right? On your personal page, right, I see you have this gorgeous hair, your afro girl. Oh my god, like what's your secret? It's so big.
There's no secret.
No. There must be, because
there's no secret.
What do you use? Like,
I don't think there's like a product I can tell I use. My mom never cut my hair at birth.
She never
cut my hair, but I'm my mom's only female child. So she never cut my hair, and I just have a lot of hair.
So have you ever cut your hair in your life?
No, I'm scared.
Since 21 years.
I'm scared. I feel like I'm scared. I don't know how I'm gonna look. I don't know how. I'm scared. I'm very, very
even
scared.
a bit short.
No.
So you've been having this hair for 21 years.
I feel like
right
hair
now
grows. You know, there are certain times where you do hairstyles that cut your hair. Also, you know.
Oh yeah.
That happens, But me, like cutting my hair, like cutting goes down and sitting then cutting my hair, no, I've never done.
Crazy. So from birth you've been having it.
Yeah, my hair just grew and just grew. But I take care of it, you know. I really take care of it.
Wow, wow, that is just amazing right there. So, when did you get your first paid partnership and how did it feel?
Partnership is.
As in, like, because I saw on your page you have Dickies, you've got McDonald's.
Oh,
like,
no.
what?
That's just me. That's just me. Just attracting people to my page.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't like. I feel like the influencer name is just
Yes,
too heavy.
the
It's too heavy on my.
influencing.
It's too
Aren't you
heavy
an
on my brand.
influencer?
Child. I don't really consider myself an influencer, but yeah, I kind of influence, but it's not that I don't have like a lot of people that I'm influencing like that. So I don't really consider myself an influencer. That's too heavy on my name. That's just too heavy. I'm trying my best, you know, but I feel like it's very hard for me to influence like that and work with other brands because I have a brand, so I don't want people to get confused.
Yeah.
If I work in like a clothing brand, I have my own clothing. I could be promoting that and promoting somebody else.
So it's gonna be
Yes, it's very confusing. So I can do hair stuff or any other stuff, but like that, no. I'm trying my best.
So have you collaborated with?
I had collaborated with
few people, like a few brands or hairstyles.
Yes, I did skin. I had a collaboration. I forgot the company's name. I did that. We had a paid partnership. I did that, and it's like one thing about me. I'm gonna use something, and if I like it, it will work. If I don't like something, if you send me a product and I don't like it, I'm gonna use it. Create a content you want me to create. But if I don't like something, I don't wanna promote it. I'm not gonna do that because if I'm not liking it, what makes me think the other person is gonna like it? You see,
so realistic.
Yeah,
right?
you know,
don't
like
I
don't care. It's like I have to, because if I'm using, I have to promote it, and if I don't like it, it's just thank you for the promotion. Thank you for the payment, but
that's what you're gonna add.
Yeah,
so what's your proudest moments on this journey of being an entrepreneur?
My proudest moment.
Just one. The one that stands out
for me.
Yes.
When I first made 30,000 on my brand.
Whoa.
When I reached that goal, for me, I was like, it was like in a short period of time. I was like, wow. You know, that I was so proud of myself, you know. And also, I think another one would be, I feel like when I launched the brand.
Oh, okay.
I was very proud of myself. That was like an achievement.
When you just started.
When I just started, I was like, wow.
How did you feel when you made 30K in?
I was
when in a month, 2 months?
When I first started, not when I started, but like when when I sold out, when I relaunched again.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and it just was selling out because that time now I launched like hoodies and like sweatpants and it was selling out fast, and I was like, whoa, okay. And now you can't stop anything because everything is just going and the income is like, and when I made that, I was like, but I've made more than that, but my proudest moment is when I made 30,000 off of my brand. I was like, damn, it has potential. This is something that could become big. I was very proud of myself.
So what did you do? I'm sure you celebrated yourself.
I did.
You have to.
I celebrated. I really, really celebrated. I was very, very proud of myself. It's like that was like an achievement for me, you know. Because with a small business, if I could make that in like not that in like a short period of time, that's a lot for me. I was very proud. I was very, very proud. I was very proud. And you know, I still consider my business a small business. You know, like people tell me, it's like, why do you say it's small business?
It's not now.
It's not, but like I feel like I still not the height I wanted to reach until it's there. It's gonna be a small business until it has reached that height.
Wow, 30K, that's crazy right there. So do you have any advice for someone who has something unique they would love to introduce to the world, but they're not that comfortable and confident enough?
Okay, Paula, the first thing I'll just say is start.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like even if you have something that's similar to somebody else's, it's just like you have to find what makes yours unique. Also, you know, and it's even better when you have something unique, because like that's like something that the next person does not have. So one thing I would just say, just start. Once you start, you'll see yourself how it's gonna go. I'll probably just say, just start.
Right there.
So
where do you see yourself in 3 months?
Where I see myself in 3 months, I am working on new designs, especially for the swimwear.
Yeah.
you know. And also, I have a few collaborations with a lot of ambassadors and stuff. So I see that being something big, and also a fashion show.
Yes, we can.
I actually want a fashion show, so we're working on that, like a fashion show. So like 3-4 months down the line, we're gonna have something big to show.
That's gonna be amazing. So where can we find you online? And where can we see if you're gonna announce?
Colange collection on Instagram. Also there's Colange swimwear. We also have a website, Colange company site. That you can just click that. You can just type out that, and then you're gonna find this. You can order online. Also, if you I feel like a lot of people are very skeptical to order online because I've been I get a lot. I've been scammed.
Oh, you get that
a lot. Like, are you sure? Are you safe? No, I just don't know how to answer it. If I'm sure that I can give you what you want, but also it's like if people are very like skeptical, so I feel like I get people to order on my WhatsApp if you don't want to order on the website, because I get to give you my banking details. You know.
Okay.
That already is a reassurance that if anything happens, you can always report it. There's so many things. So I feel like WhatsApp 067 636 0944 WhatsApp number. You can order right there. Orders will be sent out the next day.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure being here.
Amazing. I loved it. Your story. You're just a success, and I can't wait to see what you're gonna bring.
Thank
right
you so
there.
much. I cannot wait
You're
to
gonna
what I
be-
have to bring also.
I'm telling you right now, your brand is gonna be so successful, and like you said, there's so much potential with it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is Into the City. Thank you.